We are live, ladies and gentlemen, from MHT Studios. It is time for the NFC Divisional Round playoffs between the New York Football Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles, and I could not be more jacked up. I am excited, I am jittery, and I am nervous for this matchup. The third time is the charm. You're hoping if you're a Giants fan. If you're an Eagles fan, you're hoping the exact opposite. Let's get it. Giants will kick off. Love that. Love when we get the ball in the second half. Can always spin a bad first half. We get the ball in the second half. You can always say that. Graham Gano's kick is in the air and it is through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles will take over on their own 25 to start the ball game. Hope you all are having a good Saturday evening. Football Saturday still doesn't feel normal for a Giants fan, but here we are. I want to see everybody score predictions before a single play from scrimmage is played. I don't want anybody saying I knew the Eagles were going to win. I knew the Giants were going to win too late. Let's see it. Everyone jump in right now. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you hit a like. Upstart YouTuber. We've streamed every Giants game this year. In the playoffs, we were not expecting it, but here we are. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun to start the game, 1st and 10. Miles Sanders to his left. Got to watch out for Boston Scott today when he's on the field as well. Hurts, first play from scrimmage, handoff is to Miles Sanders, and he is stopped by Jihad Ward after about a 1 to 2 yard gain. Jihad Ward loves to make his presence felt early in the football game. That's something we've seen all year long. You definitely, if we go back and watch all the streams from this year, I bet you I've said Jihad Ward's name in the first quarter pretty often. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Jalen Hurts back out there. After that shoulder injury, a lot of people making a big deal out of that shoulder injury. I think he'll just be just fine. He played a couple weeks ago. He had a week to rest. I think he'll be fine. Hurts, play action, looking deep downfield, takes a shot. It's wide open. Devontae Smith makes the play. First down, a huge play on 2nd and 8, play action. Julian Love, Devontae Smith, and there is Devontae Smith. Wide open to start the game. Not what you want to see if you're a Giants fan. Julian Love just doesn't have the speed to keep up with Devontae Smith one-on-one in coverage there. Does Devontae Smith finish this catch? That is what we want to see as a Giant fan. Does he trap that thing? That looks trapped. Throw a challenge flag. Throw a challenge flag. Throw a challenge flag. No challenge flag early in the game. They don't throw it. Wow. Hurts gets rid of it quickly to Goddard in the flat. He makes Adoree Jackson miss and gets 9 yards on first down, and here comes Philadelphia. I would have seriously considered challenging it, and right away we have a question mark from Brian Daboll. I think he should have challenged that Devontae Smith catch, man. I thought he might have trapped that thing. Damn. Philadelphia driving right away, 2nd and 1. Giants have been playing bend but don't break all year long, but Philadelphia's red zone offense scares the daylights out of me. Jalen Hurts is already on fire, 49 yards on 2 attempts. Just gets it out of his hands quickly to Smith again, and this time Adoree Jackson makes a big play in space to force a 3rd down. Hell of a play from Adoree Jackson. Escapes the block on the screen pass and prevents Devontae Smith from going anywhere. Probably loses a yard or 2 on that play. Giants had their full healthy defense for the first time against Philadelphia this year. So Fox just covered that. They finally get Xavier McKinney, Leonard Williams, and Azeez Ojulari on the field against Philadelphia. That being said, we're seeing a lot of Jihad Ward early in this game. 3rd and 3 after the 2-yard loss. These are the plays that you got to have if you're Wink Martindale in this Giants defense. Giants send pressure. Hurts gets rid of it quickly for a first down to A.J. Brown. They needed 3. They got 4. Quick slant pass to A.J. Brown. Hurts sensed the pressure, got rid of it quickly. Good start for Jalen Hurts. I'm not sure about that deep ball to Devontae Smith. What do you guys think in the chat? I mean, I think it was worth, I don't know. It's early in the game. You don't want to throw your challenge flag and lose a timeout this early in the game on the 2nd play from scrimmage. But I thought Devontae Smith might have trapped that on the way down. Might have hit the ground, but whatever. 1st and 10 for Hurts. Started out red hot. They're on the Giant 21 now. Low snap. Hurts fields it. Decides to keep it. Jarrad Davis keeping up with Hurts in space, and Hurts will just have to fall down back to the line of scrimmage. Jarrad Davis has that athleticism and that speed to spy Jalen Hurts. He did that in Week 18. He does it again today on the first drive of the game. Prevents Jalen Hurts from getting the edge and getting some yardage on 1st and 10. So that's a big play. Hurts nowhere to go. Giants had the QB run scouted the first time Philadelphia tries it out. 2nd and 11 now. I'm not going to get excited until I see the Giants make a play in the passing game. The wide open throws to start the game have me extremely nervous. It's not like Hurts has been threading the needle per se. Hurts breaks the pocket, goes to his left. He's going to keep it and run. Just gets out of bounds after about a 5 or 6 yard gain on 2nd and 11. So it'll be 3rd down for Philadelphia. There's a big play coming up for the Giants. They brought pressure on the first 3rd down. Lane Johnson looks like he's hurting already. This guy, Lane Johnson, I don't know if here's the thing. If you're an Eagles fan, I wouldn't have started Lane Johnson today. I just wouldn't have. You got to save him for the next week. You might as well try to get him as healthy as possible for next week. If you're like you're 8-point favorites at home today against the Giants, if Lane Johnson is the reason you're winning the whole game, then that's a problem. You should be able to beat the Giants without Lane Johnson. He might be out next week now. 3rd and 5. Hurts gets rid of it quickly. One-handed catch from Dallas Goedert. He stiff-arms a man and gets into the end zone. Dallas Goedert touchdown. What did I say? Hell of a catch from Goedert. First drive of the game, the Giants defense provides no resistance. 3rd and 5. Philadelphia draws up the perfect play. Hell of a catch from Goedert. Terrible start from the Giants. Looked like there was some type of pick play there. I don't know. Somebody fell down for the Giants. Julian Love can't make the play at the goal line. Doesn't matter. Would have been a 1st down anyway. One-handed catch from Goedert. And let's put the points up right away. What did I say? If you watch Enter the Hexagon this week, Dallas Goedert was going to be a problem. Giants linebackers struggle with him every single time. He always seems to hurt them. And the extra point is good. So, horrible start from the defense. We saw this last week. Let's see if we can see it again. Of course, I give it to the wrong team to start. Absolutely rattled to start the game. Giants defense is going to have to respond and figure something out in the passing game because wide open receiver, wide open receiver, wide open receiver. Eagles did not come out running the football there. A couple of QB, Hurts tried to run it a couple of times. One time was a scramble. One time was a QB design run. It wasn't there. They tried a couple screen passes that the Giants snuffed out. But the deep passing game, anything over 5 to 6 yards, Hurts is getting wide open receivers so far to start the game. So not the start we wanted. But then again, the Vikings drove on us to start the game last week. The offense is going to have to respond. And Philadelphia is going to be loud. I'm not watching with the sound on, but I can imagine it will be a loud environment for Daniel Jones to try to operate this offense in his 2nd career playoff game. So we definitely need to see something on offense. We need points. Really very little resistance against Jalen Hurts. No pressure. Whenever he saw pressure, he broke the pocket. So, I mean, the Eagles have guys all over the field. They have too many guys to cover if it looks like for the Giants every time we play them. I'm not going to start making excuses already. It's one drive. There's plenty of time left. And you always have to – I always say this. Whenever you give up a touchdown early, it's like, well, you have to figure Philadelphia was going to get in the end zone at some point. So if that's all they score, we'll be all right. I doubt it based on what we just saw. But let's see if Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley can get something going. The offense is going to have to come out throwing the football, I think. I mean, a 5-minute drive, yeah, I get it. We obviously got to get them off the field, but when they're gashing us, it's like, yeah, no duh, we got to make plays. Sorry, Espan, we got to play better defense than that. That's for sure. Happened last week though. I'm not gonna go crazy. Minnesota. I mean, Hurts gets rid of it really quickly. He gets rid of it really quickly, and their offense, they have just so many guys who get open so fast. Goedert, like, what did I say? Goedert was going to be a problem, and we see it already. I mean, it's not like, yeah, he made 2 catches on that drive. One of them won a one-handed touchdown catch. Let's see what happened. It looks like Xavier McKinney falls down. Yep, Xavier McKinney gets eaten by the turf monster right away. So just Giants defense looking all over the place, just not ready to make plays. 10:06 remaining, first quarter. Jake Elliott kicks it short of the goal line. Gary Brightwell will have a chance to return it. We got to see ball security here from Brightwell. Brightwell breaks a tackle, holds onto the football, gets across the 25. And that is where the Giants will take over. Daniel Jones leads his offense out onto the field. Had a career season. As everyone knows, if you've been following this channel, you know Daniel Jones has had a great year for his standards and for the team standards based on what he has around him and what were the expectations. But the expectations grow as you win football games, and now we need to see another performance like last week from Daniel Jones against a much, much better defense in the outdoor environment. I know it's not a crazy weather night. I'm sure there's some wind in Philadelphia. There is in New York today. And here we go. Daniel Jones to start out, 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Hands it to Barkley. Barkley lowers his shoulder and goes forward for 4 or 5. So Barkley just lowering his shoulder, carrying the pile there. Those are the type of runs we want to see from Saquon. Don't put your feet in the ground right away. Establish that power running game. Establish that we're going to go forward first and foremost. And then eventually he might be able to break one later in the game. But when your defense gets gashed that way to start the game, you really, really get nervous about what you're going to do on offense because it puts that much more pressure on your offense. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We've done every Giants game this year. Your boy is Saturday night sitting here solo with you guys on the live stream calling the game for the love of the game and the love of the G-Men. What's the call? A timeout? I don't know what's going on here. Giants ran one play, and the referees are getting together in a powwow. Something wrong with the yardstick, the marker, something like that. Unreal. 9:29 remaining, 2nd and 6 for the Giants. They're going through the entire officiating crew like we've ever done this before. Who cares? Like we're ever going to remember any of their names. And if we do, that's horrible because they're in big trouble. New York against Philadelphia, if you end up remembering the referee's name at the end of it, something went horribly wrong. And, of course, we're going to go to a commercial break for no reason whatsoever. I don't have the sound on, but it looks like the referee, there's some type of issue with the yardstick, with the measuring yard marker, whatever. So Giants defense got absolutely torched to start the game. There's no doubt about it. They're going to need to do a lot more in getting into Jalen Hurts' face, not letting him escape the pocket and make plays down the field. But Devontae Smith, I still think that catch that he made, if the Giants really wanted to, if that was like a fourth quarter play, I think they review that. Yeah, Hurts was 5 of 5, 68 yards and a touchdown to Dallas Goedert. Goddard has 25 yards already. Devontae Smith has 38. A.J. Brown got 1 catch for 5 yards. And that was your drive from Philadelphia, just methodical, doing whatever they want, really, especially on 3rd down. Here we go. I need to see something on offense. It's so loud in Philadelphia. The momentum shift is already there. They get a stop already. The game is in big trouble. You know, the game's in huge, huge trouble if the Giants get stopped here and give the ball back to Philadelphia without scoring any points. And I hate to sound dramatic, but the Giants are not a team that typically likes to come back, and I don't think they're going to be able to come back on the road in a playoff game against the Philadelphia Eagles when their offense is just operating at such a high level. They have 2 elite receivers at least. They have I think Goddard is a very good tight end. I also think Miles Sanders is a very good running back. All things considered, when you just factor in all those tools at the same time and Jalen Hurts able to run the football, Philadelphia has a good team. So there's no doubt about it. I hate them. I don't want to be able to say that, and I don't want to be giving it up to them that early. If the Giants are going to win this game, they're going to have to go out and get it. Philadelphia is just not going to hand it to them. This is a good football team. Minnesota, like I said, Minnesota last week came out, smacked us in the face, scored right away. The chain broke on the yard marker, so that's great. Oh, my God. NFC Divisional playoff game getting stopped because of a yard chain. And now look at this. The referee just scrambling to unwrap it. That's what they're showing. 9:30 remaining now. 2nd and 6. The clock starts to run. Daniel Jones in the shotgun. Barkley behind him. Jones drops back to pass. Gets it out to Barkley. Barkley lowers his shoulder and gets about 4 yards on 2nd and 6. So it'll be 3rd and short. Just a little swing pass to Barkley in the flats. And Barkley just runs forward. Doesn't really make anybody miss. Just gets as much as he can on that play. And we'll have a 3rd and short. It's a huge play. Whoever decides to run the football here or make the play, like they got it. Like this is a huge play. Cannot hand them the ball back right now. I'm going to be a nervous wreck for this entire game. Hopefully it's not a blowout. Jones connects to Richie James. Richie James dancing, gets leveled, holds onto the football. They're ripping for it, and he holds onto it for a 1st down. Richie James makes me so nervous after he catches it. He makes a good catch there, catches the ball. All he had to do, he's wide open for the 1st down. And then he just sees a bunch of Eagles, and he doesn't want to go down. The guy needs to start going down. He's not Odell Beckham in the flats. He's got, like, my biceps, essentially, as an NFL player, the equivalent. So 1st down for the G-men. Breida sweeps in motion. Low snap. Jones fields it. Completes over the middle to Lawrence Cager for a 1st down. Zone coverage, and Jones delivers a strike to Cager. Jones starts 3 of 3. Good job from Lawrence Cager, who's come around recently. Daniel Jones, good throw there. Danny Dimes, says McCreary. A lot of football left. Handoff is to Barkley. Barkley has a hole, cuts, and gets about 5 or 6 on 1st down. So good push from this Giants offense, moving the ball down the field. 2nd and 5. 3 of 3, 30 yards for Daniel Jones to start. Have not seen Daniel Jones run the football yet on this drive. Jones under center, Barkley behind him. 2nd and 5, 7 minutes remaining. Shout out to James for the timestamps. Facts. Handoff is to Barkley. Barkley puts his foot in the ground, nowhere to go. Gets about 2 or 3 on 2nd down. It'll be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 coming up for the G-men. They converted their first 3rd down. Let's see if they can do it again. First 3rd down was a nice little in route to Richie James. Just got enough for the 1st down and had some yard after catch. But the Giants receivers scare the hell out of me after they make the catch. When they officially decide to catch the ball, they're almost like surprised to catch it, and they're so nervous that they get stripped after because they're just like, oh, I caught the ball. Awesome. Jones on 3rd and 5. Steps up in the pocket, trips, and gets sacked. Looks like he just stepped up a second too late and gets sacked by Josh Sweat. Big play by the Philly defense. Evan Neal just getting speed rushed around the edge. Jones had the right idea, just a second too late, goes down. Evan Neal, man, he just hasn't been good against NFC East opponents all year long. We just get rushed. Giants going for it on 4th and 8. Weird area of the field, so they might as well go for it. Jones looking. He's going to get sacked again. Looking for Barkley, gets pressure again, and he just throws it at the ground. Eagles defense comes up big. Evan Neal, not Evan Neal this time. Feliciano getting bum rushed right in Jones's face. And they call an incomplete pass and a turnover on down. So tough start for the Giants. They move the ball a little bit. They get to a in-between area of the field. Evan Neal just like getting beat around the edge, man. It happens all the time with this guy as a rookie. He's going to have to get quicker with that first step. I don't know what it is. If that's what it is, he's got to get quicker with that first step. All right, so we're in it for the long haul. Giants defense is going to have to make some plays. The Eagles defense made some plays. Why can't the Giants defense make some plays, right? You'd think that would be the case. Daniel Jones, he had a chance to step up on that third down. He just went down barely, lost his footing. Giants are going to have to respond here, both on offense and defense. They look a little bit rattled. Offense, it was just pressure. I mean, when Jones had time on the first couple of plays, he delivered strikes. Maybe guys weren't getting open down the field the last couple of plays. Good defense from Philadelphia. And Jones hasn't been just putting his foot in the ground and getting out. So maybe we'll see that as the game progresses. Shout out to everybody joining me on this Saturday evening. Giants-Eagles, divisional round. Is this the funeral for the Giants? It's looking bad to start. It's looking bad to start. That's all I'll say. I mean, Philadelphia has some goons on their team. Their offense is clicking on all cylinders. Their defensive line led the NFL in sacks by a wide margin. And Evan Neal already getting edge rushed by Josh Sweat, just like sped right by and forced Daniel Jones to step up immediately. And he just was a split second too early, gets tripped. And that was really the deciding play on the drive. So here we go. Who's going to make a play? I always thought coming into this game, the Giants were going to have to force a turnover and force a mistake somewhere, whether that be in special teams, whether that be a turnover from Hurts, a fumble from somebody. You know, that's what I thought it was going to take for them to beat a team that definitely has more talent in key areas, especially on the edges in terms of wide receiver and cornerback. I think that just on paper, it's not even close. And, you know, Jalen Hurts has played really well, especially against the Giants. He scares the daylights out of me. Like, guy just seems so calm back there. He has plenty of time with this offensive line, and they're showing the graphics. 4 defensive linemen for Philadelphia have double-digit sacks, and we saw Daniel Jones. I don't know if he got sacked there or he got rid of it, or if they called it incomplete. Just nobody open on the first drive. Hassan Reddick, 2 sacks. They gave him a sack on that play. Handoff is to Miles Sanders. He's dancing around. Gets wrapped up eventually by Kayvon Thibodeau after about 4 or 5. So it'll be 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6. Nothing's going to matter until the Giants can make a play on third down. The game doesn't start until you get a stop on third down. That's a new rule. I just made it up. But it sounds good. Game doesn't start until you get a stop on third down. Otherwise, you're going to lose. Your team has not officially showed up until they get a stop on third down. It's only 2nd and 6. So let's see if we can even make it to a third down. This is going to be a long game at this rate. Giants showing blitz from Xavier McKinney, who loves to blitz. He does blitz here. Handoff is to Miles Sanders, who gets driven to the sideline by Jalen Smith. Short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 2. Good strength from Jalen Smith, standing up Miles Sanders, not letting him fall forward for a first down there. 4:30 remaining, first quarter, 7-0 Philadelphia. Miles Sanders had a really good season. Philadelphia lining up in the sneak formation. They don't sneak. They pitch it out wide. He's got all day to run. Number 14, Kenneth Gainwell. Just a good play design. They acted like they were going to sneak. They pitch it out wide to Kenneth Gainwell, and he gets a first down. Giants on their heels, for sure. I mean, I don't know why the Giants thought they were actually going to sneak there. It's pretty far away to sneak that, but I guess you got to line up to prevent it with Jalen Hurts, who's strong as hell. Hurts in the shotgun. Now they're in Giants territory. He gets rid of it, just soft coverage from the Giants. A.J. Brown makes the play, gets a first, holds on to the football. This defense from Wink Martindale is just not having answered right now for Philadelphia. No doubt about it. It's looking ugly. I mean, the guy's wide open. The Giants are just playing so far back on that there's no play for Hurts to even make. He's just wide open. Hurts keeps it. Spins off a tackle, holds onto the football, goes down 1 yard shy of the first down. They're just doing whatever they want. He gets 9 yards there on first down. This may be a bloodbath, folks. The way the defense is playing, Giants do not have any answer. They're on their heels. Look like they're just happy to be there tonight, folks. At least on defense. The offense, okay, fine. They had one drive. It stalled. All right, I understand. You want it to be perfect. Handoff is to Kenneth Gainwell, who gets dragged down by Dexter Lawrence, but not before getting a first down. And it'll be first and goal for Philadelphia. And they're running it. They're throwing it quick. They had one deep shot to Devontae Smith to start the game. They're doing whatever they want. They're doing whatever they want. First and goal. Hurts in the shotgun. Who wants to make a play? Anybody want to make a play? Jalen Hurts, you want to fumble? You eat popcorn earlier? They hand it off to Miles Sanders, who's wrapped up not before fighting back to the line of scrimmage. Jihad Ward hit him first. We're under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Second and goal, Philadelphia. Giants just hoping to hold them to a field goal at this point. Jalen Hurts has been a monster in the red zone. 11 red zone touchdowns rushing the football. 67 first downs rushing the football. Hurts just gets it out wide to number 6, Devontae Smith, and he goes into the end zone. Devontae Smith touchdown. 14-0. We're going to start the game for Philadelphia. Horrible start. They're just doing whatever they want. Whatever they want. Adoree Jackson gets blocked by A.J. Brown. Number 44, Nick McLeod, can't get out there to Devontae Smith and wrap him up. Julian Love, man, it's like 5 tackles where he's just bouncing off guys and not making the play. I mean, he was in the end zone already there, but still. All right, slapped right in the face to start the game. 14-0. It was always going to be a struggle. Minute 21 remaining, first quarter. A lot of football left, but hopefully not a lot of the same football because, yikes. The offense, all right, they had one drive. They drove it into Eagle territory, and they stalled out because Evan Neal can't block. The defense is the thing that's just concerning. They're getting hot knife through butter right now, just getting schemed off the field defensively. And it may be a case of just not having the players. You can make that excuse, but I don't know. You should be able to provide more resistance than what the Giants have provided on the first 2 drives on defense. So it's going to take a lot to come back from this one. And to be honest with you, if the Giants don't score a touchdown in this drive, we can almost end the stream. I'm not going to. You know I'm not going to. If this is how we go out, this is how we go out. We go out on our sword. But there's a lot of football left. They got to go out and drive right now. Got to go out and put together a long, sustained drive. Keep Philadelphia's offense off the field. That's going to be our best defense today. And it's not going to happen if you keep having third downs where Evan Neal is just not able to get out of his block quick enough off the edge. Guys are Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, just getting off the edge, making plays. That's going to ruin the Giants' day today, if anything, because if Jones has time, I think he'll be all right. I just think when he's getting pressure from all angles, it's very difficult. Jalen Hurts is getting quick, simple throws because he's got weapons all over the field. So 14-0, hot knife through butter. The good news is it's only the first quarter. The bad news is it's only the first quarter. Giants fans, you got to believe. Maybe you make some adjustments. Yeah, dude, Rob Lowe is back on TV. 911 Lone Star. Free publicity, free ad for Rob Lowe's new show. I can't believe he decided to be a fireman this late in the game in Texas. But good for him. Good for him. Philadelphia has started out hot against the Giants every game. Giants have spotted them in at least 2 touchdowns, including tonight, every single game they've met this year. So this was my fear. Like, listen, the Giants are one of the better teams in football this year. I think we can say that now. Gary Brightwell almost muffs it, bobbles it, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones burner says they're playing, but Philly is there hitting their weak spot in their D. Yeah, I mean, listen, Philadelphia's offensive game plan has been perfection to start. You want to give Hurts credit, and sure, he's been perfect to start the game, but nobody is covered. Nobody he's thrown to has been covered. Everyone is wide open. Guys falling down, guys missing assignments, guys running free, missed tackles, so maybe a little bit of nerves. Daniel Jones almost trips coming out of his break. It's the second time he's almost fallen down. He has all day to throw the football. Looking completes to Breida across midfield. Unbelievable improvisation from Jones. He had about 30 seconds back there. He almost tripped over his own feet. There was no pressure. The only person that put pressure on DJ there was his own 2 feet. And he's got to start planting his foot a little bit better. He looks a little bit nervous, even though he's been throwing it well. He took a shot at the end of the play, but he completes a strike to Matt Breida on the improv, and they get across midfield for 1st and 10. 35 seconds remaining. Jones in the shotgun. Barkley motions left. Picked from Jones. James Bradbury jumped it, and he throws a pick. Unbelievable. James Bradbury just jumps the route, and this game is over. I told you he looks nervous. Bad decision. Bradbury just jumps the route. Saw it the whole way. That was something that you see on film. That's a play where James Bradbury saw it on film and makes the play. And that's the end of the first quarter, essentially. And probably the end of the game. Has there been a game ended this quickly? 27 seconds. Tough throw. Former Giant James Bradbury. And now Boston Scott's in the game to get like a 50-yard run. Hurts keeps it. Kayvon Thibodeau knocks him out of bounds after about a 1 to 2 yard gain. That'll be the last play of the first quarter. Couldn't have been worse for the Giants. Down 2 scores. Daniel Jones throws a pick. His first bad pick in a long time. The haters will say it's over for him. Say he's washed. Listen, this is always in a tough spot. I did not like the Giants' chances going into Philadelphia, if I was being honest. But you know what? You got to believe as a fan. There's a lot of game left. All it takes is one mistake from Philadelphia to swing this back in the other direction. But they look more locked in. They look like the fresher team. They look like the better team. All that stuff. Daniel Jones looks nervous. Even his completions, he's tripping over his own feet. It's not planting his feet. I mean, he's 4 of 5. He threw a bad pick. Bradbury just jumps the route. And here we are. We got a lot of football left and not a lot of positivity, possibly, from a Giants perspective. Maybe this will be a 3-hour moratorium stream where we just reflect on all the good things that happened this season and not bask in the fact that we can't beat the Eagles or the Cowboys. Because you know what? The Eagles and the Cowboys are 2 of the best teams in the NFL on paper, and they play like it. I hate it. It kills me. But they have more talent than the Giants do at this point. Daniel Jones, that was one of his first bad throws in a long time. That was one where he just panics, thinks he has to get rid of it right away when his first or second read. He needs to start running with the ball more. But listen, you just look at the 2 teams right now. One team looks like they were just happy to win last week, And this is not what they're expected to do. The Giants just don't look like they expect to win right now. Not going to hear me freak out. You're not going to hear me start throwing things tonight, especially if it's a blowout. A blowout is a blowout. You're not going to see me go crazy on a blowout because, just a better team. Philadelphia might just be a better team at this point in time. There's a lot of game left. It's 14-0. I'm not going to write this one off. Well, you got to judge body language. You got to judge what's happening on the field. And the Giants don't have a lot of talent to come back from this. They don't have a lot of passing game to the point where you can just throw it 40 times and expect to win, especially on the road. You have Darius Slay, James Bradbury just jumping routes. Jones threw it right to him. He jumped the route. So, as bad as a first quarter as you could possibly have, let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest. I guess the only hope is that it can get better from here, but you don't want to get embarrassed and throw everything away. You want to at least put some fight into the game. Hurts struggles with the snap, barely gets it, just throws it away. So, Jason Kelce with a bad snap there. Leonard Williams gets in Jalen Hurts' face, and he has to throw it away. So it's a big third down coming up. Wink Martindale gathered the defense together, talked to them at the end of the first quarter. See if anybody wants to respond. 3rd and 8. I don't want to make a big deal, but you could argue this is the game here. Yeah, Ray, it was a bad throw. I get it, guy. Go follow another team if you want to just hang on every quarterback throw. Call it and say that he sucks. Sixth pick on the year for Daniel Jones. The haters will say that he sucks, like Ray in the chat. We have a false start on Philadelphia, by the way, on 3rd and 8, so they're backed up. If you can't get a stop here, you might as well pack your bags and go home. Tackle, keep everybody in front of you, wrap up. Tackle Goddard, tackle A.J. Brown. Those guys are big dudes, but you got to tackle them. Third and 13. Hurts drops back to pass, flush to his left. Incomplete. Looking down the sideline for Devontae Smith, and he just throws it away. So the defense looks like they get a stop. Finally, they show some resistance. Wink Martindale gathered the boys together at the end of the first quarter, said, we got to dig deep here. We got to get a stop here. Do not allow for something stupid like a punt, fake punt or something. They're up 14-0. I don't expect it. But Philadelphia likes to take the piss out of the Giants and get them at their least when they least expect it. Richie James calls for a fair catch at the 9-yard line. The Giants will take over at their own 9. They get a stop. First good thing to happen to the Giants this game so far is they get a stop after the Jones interception. And you like to think Daniel Jones, we've said it before this year, usually when he makes a key mistake, he does bounce back. But I don't know. He looks nervous to me tonight, Ray. I'm not going to lie. Looks nervous. Game looks bigger than him at this very moment. And we don't have the blocking up front for Philadelphia's defensive line and with this loud crowd noise. But listen, his 6th pick in 18 games, or whatever, this is his 20th game of the year. Well, no, he missed one, so we'll call it the 19th, 18th game of the year. Whatever. $14:40 remaining. Can the Giants put something together? Can we put a drive together and at least wake them up? James Bradbury clearly watched the film on something the Giants like to do. And Jones' second read was not there. Bradbury timed it to perfection. Jones, design quarterback keeper. puts his foot in the ground, gets one or two. Nowhere to go. And he just tries to get as much as he can out of that, falls forward for a yard. Looks like Jones's helmet's broken now. This is just a nightmare. What's going on here? His contact lens fell out. He grabs his contact. Jones' contact lens falls out after the run play. Can't see. It's just a nightmare. Yeah. As somebody wearing contact lenses right now, that sucks when it happens. Looks like the Giants spend a timeout so they don't have to run a play with Tyrod Taylor. The quarterback looks rattled to me, guys. The game looks bigger than him. This is a huge, huge test on the road in Philadelphia. I think when you're a running quarterback, you got to be wearing a visor. I know Jones is not that type of guy to wear a visor, but he should be. They throw the in route to Richie James. He makes the catch, but he's tackled right away. 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 4. Another big play. Giants offense is going to have to make something happen. C.J. Gardner-Johnson is a beast as just a slot corner / safety, just a hybrid corner type player. Third and 4. Jones completes to number 18, Isaiah Hodgins. They say 4th down? Are you kidding me? What? Oh my God. He bobbles it after he gets hit by James Bradbury. He puts his foot in the ground. That should be a first. That should be a first. Yeah, he bobbled it, but he took a step beforehand. 4th and 1, the Giants are punting. Here we go. Sucks. They punt it away. Philadelphia calls for a fair catch at the 39. Just unbelievable. Hodgins just can't make the catch. This game is done. Like, Hodgins has to catch that. If that's an Eagles player, he catches that and falls forward. Hodgins, who everybody was saying is great. Listen, he's a good player. He's a nice little pickup. I don't think we get where we get without Isaiah Hodgins, but he's not something you start saying, oh, we got Isaiah Hodgins. We're building around him now. Maybe, we'll see how he does in camp next year is how I feel. Yeah. Horrible start from the offense. Three possessions, no points. A turnover. 2 turnovers, technically. You had a turnover on downs, a pick, and a punt. We're going to need to force a turnover of our own if we're going to win this game. Philadelphia's defense is looking good. I mean, we haven't seen Saquon run the ball in a couple drives, it feels like. Horrible start. This might be the end of the season for the G-men, but you know what? We got to go out fighting. I need to see a fight. I need to see a defensive play. Somebody go out and make an impact play. Thank you, sir. Fresh cut. Fresh cut for the weekend for the G-men, but you know what? They look like they all need to be freshly cut. Not playing well tonight, not showing up ready, all of the above. But you know what? We were always the underdog. We were on the road playing against a well-rested team, against what everybody would say is a better football team. 8-point underdogs, which I know as a Giant fan you don't want to say anything like, hey, listen, we've been underdogs before. I get it, but I don't truly believe in that. I don't truly believe in that, like, oh, unless the players are the same and the coaches. Like, if Tom Coughlin and Eli were still in their prime and this was the team that played tonight, I would be like, yeah, we might have a shot to go on a run. But it's a completely new organization. It's going to take time. Hand off to Miles Sanders. He's weaving, falls forward for near a first down. Yeah, I mean, they definitely can lose Kev, but they got to play. Like, you can't let Miles Sanders hit L1, R1, L1, R1, L1, R1, and then go forward. Jason Kelce abusing whoever number 71 is on the Giants. I don't know who that guy is. Don't play another down. Where's Dexter Lawrence at? 2nd and 1. They're going to run it every time Dexter Lawrence is not on the field. Miles Sanders has all types of room, gets in the Giant territory. They are playing like crap on defense. Where's Dexter Lawrence? Is he hurt? Why do I keep saying number 71 on the field? This guy stinks. He's getting blown off the ball by Jason Kelce. Blown off the ball. Number 71, Ellis, is getting blown off the ball. I guarantee you I could do better than that. I would at least, like, try to move around him. I mean, number 71, Ellis, should not play another down. Dexter Lawrence has to play 75 downs on defense today. They're still going to lose, but Jesus. Who's number 71? Is Jason Kelce hurt now? Yeah, he looks like he's hurt. I'm switching to UFC prelims so I can at least relax. I want to watch people punch each other in the face during my break. Kind of a crazy UFC card tonight. Trying to keep my blood pressure low. Listen, the Giants were outmanned from the jump today. You got to think everything has to go well for them to win, and nothing has gone well to start. So it's like, how do I stay positive right now other than you flip the channel a little bit. You don't take it that seriously. It's just football. Hey, we achieved more than we could have this year. These are the spin zone cycles I'm going through my head right now. That being said, a lot of football left. We've seen crazy comebacks in the NFL. But it does take an adjustment. It's going to take some adjustments on defense. I don't know. What has looked worse, the offense or the defense? I know we threw a pick. I get it. One bad pick makes everyone say the offense sucked. But the offense is at least like the offense has gotten some first downs. So I've seen them play worse. I've seen the offense play a lot worse. The defense just getting blown backwards is more concerning to me than the offense not scoring any points yet. Like, the game's probably over, and I'm probably just working my mind into a pretzel at this point over something that doesn't matter. But you know what? I want to see more of a fight, and I want to see Wink Martindale and Mike Kafka, instead of taking interviews this week, let's see what you guys cooked up, because right now you're getting coached off the field. You can say the players all you want. Players make plays, all that stuff. And, yeah, Mike Kafka didn't decide to throw an interception there. So that's one bad play made by the quarterback. Otherwise, what are you scheming up? What do you got going for us right now? Especially on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, Daniel Jones burner. That sounds great, man. That sounds great. I like the way you're thinking. Get a stop here, then a TD, then ball at half. Let's do it. Why not, right? I mean, we have one stop, and they're just like the thing that's bothering me now is like the last two plays, we gave up 30 yards of who's hurt now on their O-line. Number 69. Nice. Yeah. Limping off the field. So they haven't hurt offensive linemen. Maybe that'll make a difference. Dexter Lawrence is back out on the field with Leonard Williams. Handoff is to Sanders. Runs into Jalen Smith's lap. Gets about 3 yards. This second down is the big play, is the big down for the Giants. Like, you got to start forcing some third and longs. You have to. The only stop they got last drive, all right, they got the benefit of the doubt from a false start penalty. But 2nd and 6, if, say, the Eagles pick up 4 yards here, they're just deadly in 3rd and short. And they're in the type of field position where you go for it on 3rd and short. So you got to make a play here on 2nd and 6. I mean, you go for it on 4th and short. Handoff is to Sanders. He has a big hole and a first down. Is there a flag? Nope. They give them the first down. The Giants are just standing around asking for flags. I don't know what's happening here. There definitely was early movement. They don't call it. NFL rigged. Thibodeau was looking for a hold too. No call. Sanders right up the middle. Goes nowhere this time. Gets about a yard before he gets thrown backwards by Leonard Williams. "20 of their 24 plays have been in opponent territory." That's the story of the first half. Miles Sanders is averaging over 5 yards a carry in the first half, too. Just whatever they want to do on offense, they're doing it. So, 2nd and 8. Handoff is to Sanders again. This time he's tripped up by Dexter Lawrence. Philadelphia is moving early on every play. I'm sorry. They are. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because Giants are just getting destroyed from Jump Street. But Philadelphia is moving early on every single running play. And the offensive line, I mean, the referees are just not, they've called one false start because it was like 3 seconds early. 3rd and 3. Like, if I'm Philadelphia, like the whole game, I'm running 4 down territory until the Giants prove they can make a stop. 3rd and 3. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets given right to Boston Scott or Hurts keeps it. Shotgun. Hurts keeps it. Easy first down. Gets out of bounds. Just an easy first down. Just unbelievable how unprepared. I mean, listen, Philadelphia is good, and their offense is good, all that shit. But Jalen Hurts is not the second coming. It's not synchronized. I mean, yeah, the play calling is good. It's not synchronization. They're moving early on some of these run plays. That's fine. Not all of them they're moving early, but a lot of them they are. They just have a really good offensive line. They just have strong guys that can block. But yeah, a touchdown here effectively ends the game. Let's be 100% honest. Hurts over the middle. Goddard again breaks a tackle, almost goes into the end zone, just falls short. Gets a first down though. Just breaking every tackle. We just don't have the bodies to make plays on defense. They're just going to run it right up the gut here. Xavier McKinney on Dallas Goedert has not been the move. Boston Scott on the field. You know he's going right into the end zone here. Just anytime Boston Scott. Touchdown. There we go. Goddard touchdown. Boston Scott touchdown. Called it. Just getting destroyed. Again, they moved early on that play, but no, that time they were all right. I'm not going to be a hater. That time they were all right. Thought he might have been down. Who knows? Just give it to them. Now we need a 7-minute drive ending in a touchdown. Then you need to get the ball back. Yeah, the hexagon knows. Like, there's a reason I make those picks, guys. There's a reason I make those. I know it's only been 2 episodes, but I know what's going to happen. I know who's going to hurt my favorite team. I know who's going to kill the Knicks on a night-to-night basis. I know who's going to hurt the Giants week to week. Giants don't look prepared. 7:30 remaining. This one is on ice already for the Eagles. If the Giants don't score a touchdown on this drive, this is going to be the biggest blowout in playoff history possibly, because they're not going to be able to come back. We may see Gardner Minshew in the second half at this rate. Definitely could use a holding call, though, or two. Referees swallowing their whistles tonight. Listen, you could blame the quarterback for the pick. Get it. I get it. Bad throw. You could say they haven't scored yet. I get it. But the defense is just terrible, man. The defense is playing so bad that you're never winning. The Giants are never. I don't care if Jones has played really well. Yeah, I mean, listen, I like that idea. Put Landon Collins on him. I'm cool with that. I don't think we have an answer for Dallas Goedert at all. The thing that's bothering me is the run game. Like, we're not stopping the run at all. How many runs does... So, Philadelphia has 93 yards rushing in the first half, and there's 7:30 remaining in the second quarter. I mean, they're just doing whatever they want. Saquon has 3 carries. We haven't seen Darius Slayton. Hodgins bobbles the ball on 3rd and 5 in his own area instead of just making the catch, keeping the drive alive. That's the difference between winning a game and losing a game. And the difference in this game is not that, but if you want to win, yeah, Lawrence Cager, I think that wasn't a great route, but Bradbury had that scouted. Like, Bradbury had it scouted from the jump. Jones has been doing a good job of just making quick decisions, and that's a testament to his ability to read the defense before the snap. But a couple of his picks have just been really good defensive reads by individual players this year. Like Aiden Hutchinson had a really nice pick earlier this year against the Giants, dropped back into coverage, reached up, made the play. Jones wasn't expecting him to do that. And James Bradbury took a shot there. Like, that was something he clearly saw in film and expected that play on 3rd down and was just ready for it. Let me add the extra point to this beatdown. Maybe the Giants can backdoor cover. That's what they got to fight for right now. We need a 6-minute drive resulting in a touchdown. You get the ball back, you score. That's really the only way we could try to spin this. Boston Scott, the Giants assassin. The Giants need to sign him and make him the backup running back next year, just so the Eagles can't have him. I don't care. You cannot. It's malpractice if the Giants let Boston Scott play for the Eagles much longer. I don't care if you have to give this guy an ownership stake of the team. The Eagles are already celebrating, as they should. They just blew us. They've blown us off the field to start the game. The team looks rattled from head to toe. Quarterback to defensive coordinator to all of the above. Jones pitches it to Barkley. Barkley has nowhere to go. What is Saquon doing, man? He goes backwards for a 5-yard loss. Just what is Saquon doing, man? Like, what is he waiting for? Next season? Just friggin' put your foot in the ground and go. I mean, terrible blocking. They're getting destroyed at the point of attack. If you could say whatever you want about Jones, you could say what you want about Hurts and who's better, and Hurts has played a ton better, obviously. But, oh my God, the guys up front are just not holding up for the Giants. Look at Jones, has to make a man miss. Gets on his horse, tries to run, spins forward for 4 or 5 yards. Jones had to do as much as he possibly could to get positive yardage there. Who is blocking? Who is blocking? Every single time we play the Eagles or Cowboys, we forget how to block. Hassan Reddick gets right up the middle on Evan Neal. Like, he goes inside. Evan Neal stunk this year. I don't care what you say. Evan Neal has stunk this year. He's probably been the worst player on the Giants offense from start to finish this season. He's hard to watch. 3rd and 11 now after the hardest 3 yards Daniel Jones has ever had to gain in his life. He's got all day to throw. No one open. Makes a man miss. He's got nowhere to go with the football. Just throws it away. Just absolutely horrible. Nobody open. They get rid of it. Just nothing. They lose a yard on this drive. Eagles defense is destroying them. He had Slayton early. Had Hodgins. I don't know what he's doing there. He's looking for somebody else, I guess. You got to throw the ball. Daniel Jones, you got to throw the ball, my guy. He looks scared. He looks like the worst he's looked all season long. That's because they can't block, and they know it. He knows they can't block tonight, but still. Another fair catch, and Philadelphia can run up the score again on us. This is hard to watch. This is hard to watch. What's up, Jack? I may have to just switch to, like, Bad Boys for Life or a movie or something and just call that, because this is a absolute ass kicking from start to finish. Giants going backwards. They just don't have the dogs at the line of scrimmage on the offensive line or the defensive line. Like, yeah, Dexter Lawrence is really good. I don't see anybody else. Thibodeau hasn't done anything. Azeez Ojulari, to me, has had a horrible season. Spin it however you want, Giants fans. Ojulari has not had a good year. He's hurt. He's in there. He makes one play, comes out for another 6 weeks. I know he had 2 strip sacks this year. Awesome. It's 17-game season, and I've heard his name like twice all year long. This is a bloodbath, an ass-kicking, all of the above. And we're going to bring you the action no matter what. If this is a 50-point destruction and we see backup quarterbacks in a playoff game, that's a real shame. But you know what? That's what it's looking like. Just a mismatch. Giants cannot match up with the Eagles, and that's what we're seeing so far. Down 21-0. Are you kidding me? $21-0. At least, yeah, I mean, trust me, Rye, I want to turn it off too. I would love to just, like, let me watch UFC tonight instead. If it's, I'm gonna implement a 40-point mercy rule after the third quarter. If the Giants have 0 points after 3 quarters, I'm turning it off. And it'll be a sad way to bow out the season, but it's my Saturday night, and they're not showing up, so why should I give it my full performance if the Giants aren't gonna? That's how I see it. We need a pick six, a fumble, a strip sack. Like, that's what it's going to have to take at this moment. Defense looks horrible. Offense can't block. Giants getting destroyed in the first half. It's probably one of their worst halves of football. As good as they played last week, this is one of their worst halves of football you'll see all year long. You've seen all year long. And it could get worse here. Philadelphia has 6 minutes, 3 timeouts. They could, the way they're running it, they could just run it 3 times every single play, and they'll probably pick up a first down. Giants are not getting any type of push on the D-line. The linebackers suck. Jalen Smith looks like a bodybuilder out there who never played football before all of a sudden. He has no mobility. 1st and 10. Miles Sanders keeps his legs going, gets stood up in the pile. It was like a rugby scrum. Gets about 4 or 5. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up for me. I've done every Giants game this year. I'm sitting through this right now like a trooper, like a man, like someone who stands up and holds himself accountable for how his team performs. Team is underperforming. They're getting destroyed. You never saw me say this week, Giants going to win. Giants going to win. You never saw me say that. I knew the task at hand. I knew the struggle coming upon us. Handoff is to Miles Sanders again. He gets the edge again. Gets a first down again. You sense the theme. They know they're running the ball, and they still can't stop it. Meanwhile, the Giants, every time they run it, it's stuffed. Hurts keeps it. Slides down short of the first down. 2nd and 5 it'll be. Stays in bounds. Oh boy. Well, it's time to start thinking about the cold hard truth, Giants fans. This roster needs to get better. We knew that coming into the year. I don't want to act like the game's over, because then, Giant fans will go back. The real diehard crazies will play this back and be like, you said the game was over. It's not over until the fat lady sings, but the fat lady is warming up. She's been warming up just about since kickoff. Boston Scott breaks the tackle, gets a first down. Just horrible tackling, just horrible play on the defensive side. And that is really what the most alarming thing. Well, one thing I'm sure, Wink Martindale will be on the Giants coaching staff again next year. I mean, listen, it's not his fault that Jalen Smith can't tackle a guy that's like a quarter of the size of him in the open field, and he just slips right through his fingers. It's not Wink's fault. But they get it out to number 3, Zach Pascal quickly. Adoree Jackson closes the distance, makes the stop. Second down and about 8 or 7 to go. Yep. The fat lady is performing at halftime. That's a good point, Julie. She might as well be. But you know what? We had a good season. I'm going to try to spin zone this as much as I can. I don't want to just get negative. I did not think this was going to be an easy task or even a game where I come in with my chest puffing out like we're going to win it. Finally, a play is made on the football. The Giants getting a hand on the football. Their defense got a hand. Xavier McKinney gets sent on the blitz, just gets his left hand out there, which is probably all chopped up from the ATV accident. Somehow Dallas Goedert still almost makes the play. 3rd and 6. Do the Eagles want to be nice and just be conservative here and just run it, and maybe the Giants can get a stop and hold them to 3? That would be sweet. It doesn't matter. This game is done, dusted, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. All of the above. 3rd and 6. Philly's going to have to spend a timeout. They will. The play clock was dwindling. They had guys all over the place. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. This is a suffering Giants fan. Listen, if you're an Eagles fan just popping in to watch me cry, I respect you. I respect that. I understand that people do that, and I think it is fun. And you may be in the wrong place if you're looking for someone to flip out and start throwing things, because I had a feeling this might be coming. But you know what? I wanted to see a little bit more fight out of my team. Missed tackles. They're not shutting down the run game. They're not shutting down the pass game, and then the offense is its own entity. But it's never going to work if the defense isn't getting stops for the Giants. It's never going to work. I understand Daniel Jones. This is a Daniel Jones channel, but I'm never going to call him Patrick Mahomes in the fact that you think he's going to be able to come back from 3 scores, especially with these receivers and this blocking. There's just no way. 3rd and 6, pretty much. I don't know what the Giants are doing, man. Guys, the Eagles are just stumbling forward untouched for first downs. They just throw a screen pass. Kayvon Thibodeau has no idea where he's going. And the Giants and Julian, they're just letting him stumble forward. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. There's no reason. Kayvon Thibodeau is playing horrible. He hasn't made a single play this whole game. 2-minute warning. Thank goodness. Very disappointing effort. I mean, you want to see at least a fight, a game, make some plays, be fun to watch. They're just getting overmatched. And that's fine. That's fine. It's not fine, but you know what? We got to come to the harsh realization that we just don't have the dogs. Still one of the final 4 teams in the NFC remaining. So there's not a lot of... If you're a fan of other teams... If you're a fan of the Eagles, you're a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, congratulations. You guys have a better team. You're further along in your progression. Jalen Hurts is a good player, but I mean, he's not – Jalen Hurts is not wowing me. He obviously has the mobility, and he's strong enough to run the football. He's very smart. He's very calm, but he has all day to throw the ball, and some of these quick decisions he's making are just wide open. Not taking anything away from him, but – when you have all day to throw it, guys wide open, no pressure in your face, the Giants' rotational defensive linemen just suck. Miles Sanders has 74 yards rushing on 12 carries. Jalen Hurts, 10 of 13, 109 yards. They have 2 sacks. The Giants have 0 sacks. And I don't know how many QB hits they have. Maybe 1. Maybe. Oh well. We made it to the divisional round. Nobody's showing up. I'm sure the Giants will put together some type of hoorah. Big, let's go out and fight second half, but it's too little too late. You didn't get off the bus from New Jersey to Philadelphia. It's like an hour bus ride without traffic, if that. And they couldn't get it done. They couldn't even show up. Hurts, incomplete, looking for A.J. Brown, just dropped it. Not like the Giants did anything to prevent that. A.J. Brown, the only thing that prevented that completion was Jalen Hurts throwing a BB into A.J. Brown's chest too fast. Easy money for Philadelphia so far. Minute 56 remaining, 2nd and 10. Gainwell motions left. They just swing it out to him. He gets knocked out of bounds 1 yard shy of the first down marker. At least the Giants made it simple for us tonight, folks. I thought I was going to be stressed out and nervous and worried about every single play. They really pretty much just didn't show up for the entire first half. So if they're not going to show up for the whole first half, why should I get stressed out and bent out of shape? They just got bodied. 3rd and 1 here. Holding them to a field goal in a 3rd and 1 would just be like a godsend. I just don't see it happening in any stretch of the imagination. Just run it right up the middle. You know you're going to do it. They run it right up the middle, zone read again, and they're just getting dived to death. Like, this is unbelievable how they can't stop the run. Like, of all the things we're seeing in this first half, the thing that bothering me the most is the inability to make a play on run defense. Just unbelievable. Like, Hurts hasn't even, I get it, he's made some good throws. They've made some catches. I mean, a lot of his yardage came from that second play of the game to Devontae Smith, where he's wide open down the field. Hurts has made some plays. He's got 2 touchdown passes. I get it. But the run defense is so bad, so putrid right now. Like, that's not something – the Giants' defensive line is supposed to be one of the best things. Yeah, Daniel Jones burner. I'm not worried. Next season, I am fully expecting for a nice big season, a lot of additions, all that jazz. But right now, I'm talking about what we're seeing on the playoff on the field. They hand it off to they pitch it to Sanders, and it's like he still gets a yard on that. He still gets a yard on that. The Giants were completely stretched out. They knew exactly they were completely prepped for that type of offensive play, for that type of pitch. They had their defense aligned correctly, and they're still allowing Miles Sanders to get a yard or two because they can't shed blocks. They can't do anything in run defense, and that's going to be the reason they get bodied tonight, as if it's already happened. I mean, you can point to the interception, fine. Everyone will be like, oh, Mike Jones threw an interception. Okay, fine, he threw an interception. They're getting beat in every facet of the game. Every facet. Just like nobody providing resistance. It's almost like the team is quitting on the field in a way. That's what it feels like. Everyone's quitting. Hurts just throws it out in the backfield, incomplete. They throw a flag. Oh my God, just a horrible decision from Jared Davis. Just like add insult to injury, this guy is on 2nd and 8. The guy already dropped the ball, and Jared Davis is trying to take his head off. Unnecessary roughness. Leads with his shoulder, but still, he just blew up Gainwell for no reason at all. Wink doesn't like the call, but it's a good call. Just give them a first down. Just horrible all around. Now they're not playing discipline on defense. 1st and goal. I hear you, Daniel Jones burner. Listen, I like the team. I like the team moving forward. I think we got some major pieces, but there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done. Mainly in the trenches. From what we're seeing tonight, the run defense is just horrible. Hurts gets it out to Goddard, and Julian Love makes a nice tackle in space. That's probably the best tackle of a Giants defender the entire game. Because you see Dallas Goedert wide open in the flats for a second. You think he's breaking that tackle and getting into the end zone. But a hell of a tackle from Julian Love. Welcome to the party, Julian Love. Thank you for making a play. Jared Davis, just horrible. He's getting pushed, first of all, by Jason Kelce. Oh, he's getting pushed, Chris. He's getting pushed from behind. I might have to give him a break there. He's getting pushed from behind, and his momentum leads him directly into Gainwell's face. Hurts, 2nd and goal. Just hand it off to Sanders. Almost fumbles the snap, just keeps it himself, runs into the end zone for a touchdown. Giants just stink tonight. Stink. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up. Oh, my God. What a disgrace. Hurts, just as soon as he gets the ball, he almost drops the snap. Still has all day to run it into the corner of the end zone. Eagles going for 2. Some type of math decision here. This game is over. Giants have no timeouts, too. It's just hysterical. You know they're pitching it here. Sirianni is jacked up. Philadelphia takes a timeout instead of going for 2. Hurts, I get it. He's made some nice plays, but literally, he's had to do almost nothing. Giants have defenders falling over themselves, guys wide open in the flats, tackles being missed. Just not a good showing all around. They decided to kick it. 28-0 is your score. Just an absolute shit kicking. Had a feeling this was going to be a tough one, but you could at least show up next time, Giants. Just cancel the game. You guys going to quit? Should I mean, there's a good chance I don't make it through 4 quarters. We're gonna go through the third quarter. I'm going to try my best to stay positive and talk about the Giants in a positive light. This is a Giants channel. They overachieved this year. It's just really hard to just show up and not show up at all. You know what I mean? If they were down 21-10 right now, you're welcome. I knew it was happening, Chris. Can't say I was wrong. Can't say I was wrong. Just try to do my best to put it out in the universe early. You know what I'm saying? Down 28 points. This would be one of the – you would literally need Jesus Christ himself to start taking snaps for the Giants. And also you would need God or the Holy Ghost to be playing left tackle or whatever you believe in for the Giants to come back in this one. Kick goes through the back of the end zone. 43 seconds remaining. Giants have no timeouts. I wouldn't be surprised if they just came out and kneeled it. They might as well do the Joe Judge quarterback sneak at this point. Just getting blown off the field in every facet of the game. Not prepared. Everyone loves Brian Daboll. I get it. He's had a great season, but he needs to take some ownership in this performance tonight. This is not good enough in every facet of the game. Jones in the shotgun. You can see he's way more indecisive tonight. The Eagles are making him make plays or pat the football instead of just throwing it or running with it. He needs to just start tucking in and going. Like, he needs to understand the situation of this game. It's already over, essentially. So he's going to have to – it's hard when you spot them 28. The defense has sucked. The defense has sucked. Not one single player on the defense has played well tonight. Not one single player. 2nd and 1. Incomplete. Jones looking over the middle. Blankenship makes the play. Looking for Darius Slayton. I mean, that's pass interference, but okay. Referees have not shown up either. That's nice. I mean, the Eagles win this game 99 times out of 100, no doubt. But referees want to make a call, one call. 3rd and 1. Jones panicking, just throws it away. This is just unbelievable, man. Just unbelievable. And they're going to punt it. Yes, I did get a haircut, John. Thank you. Thank you for that. If I didn't have a haircut, right, at least I have a haircut, right? That's something you can look like. Spin zone, another positive. I'm just trying to take all the positives I can in the world. Season's over. That's fine. Eagles better team, all that jazz. We're punting down 28-0 in the first half. This guy's just a fair catch machine right now. Every single time calling for a fair catch. 17 seconds remaining. First half. Philadelphia, I wouldn't even be surprised if they somehow got into field goal range here. Giants defense has quit. The offense has quit. Should I quit? I don't know. We've had the ball for 9 minutes in the first half to Philadelphia's 19. Say all you want about Daniel Jones. He looks bad. He's getting pressure. He looks panicky. He's patting the football. These guys aren't open. All that stuff. It's happened against the Eagles every single time this year. I'm not surprised. You shouldn't be either if you've watched every Giants-Eagles game. I never participated in this, oh, we're going to do it this game. Never participated in that. Hurts takes the knee. End of the quarter, end of the half, mercifully end of the half. One of the worst halves of Giants football possibly in the history. I have to go back and look at the almanac. I have to go back and look at the history books. But they simply did not show up tonight. Didn't get off the bus. Daniel Jones has done nothing. All right, fine. He doesn't look good. He looks very nervous, very scared. He's getting pressure in his face. Jalen Hurts getting no pressure whatsoever. Giants defense paper tackling, just getting ran through, guys getting blocked, no holding calls, no false starts. Giants will get the ball to start the second half. And to be honest with you, why should we expect anything different? Daniel Jones has nobody open. He's holding on to it for too long again. Philadelphia's doing a good job keeping him in the pocket, not letting him use his legs like Minnesota did last week. And it's just bad news. I'm going to try to make it through the entire second half. I'm going to try to finish the season going out on my sword. I'm not a loser. I'm not going to just sit here and say, oh, my team stinks. I'm getting off the stream. That being said, if the Giants are down by 40 at the end of the third quarter, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Saturday night and encourage you guys to do the same. You do not need 3.5 hours of me rambling on about this football game. We will do more Giants videos. We're going to be breaking down the regular season. We're going to break down the offseason, all that stuff. Content will keep coming out about the New York Giants, but we're going to need to take a break after today because tonight was a cold, sobering moment where you're just not good enough, anywhere near good enough to beat really good teams on the road. That's what we're seeing. That's what we saw first half. I'm going to take a bathroom break. I'm going to try to go gather my thoughts, find some positive spins for the second half. Giants get the ball to start the second half. I mean, if they don't score in like a 2-minute span, like in 2 minutes, there's really not going to be nothing to watch the rest of the game. The game's over. Philadelphia did whatever they want. Whatever they want, they did. Offensively, defensively, domination from start to finish. There's nothing else to say. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to try to say a prayer or do some meditation or something, calm down. But I'm not really that pumped up or angry just because the Giants didn't even give me a reason to get angry. They didn't show up for a second. Nothing happened positive to the point where I'd be like, yep, we deserve this. We should fight for that. Nope. Just getting destroyed every facet of the game. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back begrudgingly for the second half. I showed up for the second half. I showed up for the first half. Did the Giants show up for the first half? Absolutely not. Will they show up for the second half? Who's to say? Certainly doesn't look like they have any intention of playing any type of good football tonight. Outside of bringing this kick return back to the house, I will not believe that we're doing anything in this game. So we're going to have to talk about next season, this entire second half. If I'm going to try to stay positive, if I'm going to try to keep Giant fans sane, which is, I think it's my duty to do so these days. All right? We overachieved the whole year. This is the largest blowout in the history of the matchup between the Giants and Eagles to this point. Saquon Barkley had like 4 touches in that half. Giants are getting bullied on the D-line, bullied on the offensive line, and that's really where the game starts and ends. If you're a football fan, you know this. If you're a real fan, you know this. 90% of games are decided up front. All right, and when it's a tie, when it's a tie up front, that's when the skill position guys and other guys start to play a part in the game. Gary Brightwell feels the kick, gets to the 26-27. Gary Brightwell's been our best player, let's be honest. The best player has been the kick returner. He's the only guy I've seen actually run with the ball forward. Just don't make this an embarrassment. Don't make this an all-time historical beatdown. Show a little bit of fight. That's what they got to do in the second half. I'm going to try to call the action as if it's just a normal football game, as if I'm not a Giants fan sitting here trying to just soak up a beatdown that we're witnessing, that the game's over before it even started. Half starts with Saquon running as hard as he can for 4 yards. Just 600 pounds worth of quad muscle to get 4 yards there. Second and 6. I'm going to try to stay engaged, folks. I'm going to try to stay as hard as I can. Jones steps up, airs one out down the sideline, incomplete. James Bradbury makes the play. Looks like Jones might have underthrew that. Not going to lie. Slayton. I mean, I don't know when the refs are going to. When are the refs going to make a call, man? He's grabbing his arm before the ball gets there. When are the refs going to make a call? Like, when are they going to make a call? That's clearly pass interference. Refs don't call it. It's just like all of the above. Refs are like, game's over because the Giants didn't show up for the whole half, so why should we throw a flag there? Jones throws incomplete. Eagles send pressure. Jones gets hammered. 4th and 6. Quick 1-minute drive. Jones looks bad. Not going to lie. He looks defeated. He's not competing anymore. That was one of the worst throws. That incompletion is one of the worst throws I've seen Jones have all year. I mean, he's getting tons of pressure on 3rd down. 4th and 6 in a minute's time, and the Giants are punting it away. This guy is just going to call fair catch the entire game, not give the Giants a chance at any type of punt, fumble, or recovered fumble. And the Eagles will take the field again on offense. If Fox is going to go to commercial, they better not go to any. They're going to commercials. Oh, my God. Should I just call UFC fights the rest of the night? Should I watch Shark Tank? Unbelievable. Yeah, well, it was a fun season, I guess. It's hard. It's really, really hard to sit here and just try to sugarcoat stuff when you're watching the team just absolutely lay an egg. Just lay an egg. They're outmatched. I get it. Yeah, this is depressing. Like I don't know what to do, Kev. At least I mean I know there's a UFC card tonight. I mean you guys are at least lucky enough where you could decide to flip off. I'm gonna at least stick it out through 3/4 of this. I don't want to sound like a bad fan, but if this continues to get worse, which I mean I was holding out a little bit of hope that we could move the ball at least on that drive. There's just nothing happening on offense, defense. Like the Eagles are sending all this pressure on third down. All this pressure. Because, I mean, they just have better players. They just have better players. I get it. But they're sending all this pressure. Jones has no time to throw it. Whenever the Giants try to do that on third down, Jalen Hurts has time to throw it still. Yeah, I would definitely should I just call Shark Tank? Would that be just a new pivot for the rest of the second half? Listen, guys, I'm not this type of fan that just wants to be negative or even just like turn the game off. I watch every snap of Giants football, whether I'm on stream or not. And the last 10 weeks, I've been on stream for every game. I'm not a fair weather fan. I probably, even if I was off camera right now, I wouldn't be able to look away from this car wreck that's happening at the Lincoln Financial Field tonight. Credit to the Eagles. They better win the damn Super Bowl. I'll tell you that right now. Miles Sanders, the Giants are getting hands on Miles Sanders in the backfield, and he's still falling forward for 5 yards. Second and 7. Hurts hands it off to Miles Sanders, who's finally dragged down by Julian Love for a 2-yard loss. If the Eagles are kind, they'll just do what they've done in the first 2 plays the whole game, the whole rest of the game. Let's keep it 35-7 final score. Congratulations, Eagles fans. We'll get you next time. Hopefully, probably not at the way this looks. We always knew this, Giants fans. The true Giants fans knew we were undermanned. I just really wish the coaching staff just put together a little bit of a game plan, some type of something on either side of the ball. Somebody concoct something. The Giants on 3rd and 10 showing a ton of pressure. They bring it, and Hurts just still completes it on the outside. No, it's incomplete. Devontae Smith just dropped the football, man. He was wide open. Thank you for the gift, because the Giants did nothing to prevent that. Hit Devontae Smith right in his hands. Did he get hurt? He was worried about his feet. I don't know what that was. That was like a gift. His controller died or something. That should have been an easy pitch and catch for a first down. Instead, the Giants will get the ball back. That's funny. Richie James is going like this, and then the ball bounces over his head and he grabs it and goes backwards. Just like it. Horrible, horrible punt returner. That's an area of the field. That's a simple fix next year. I don't care who you draft in the 7th, 6th round. Whoever you pick up to play receiver next year, you got to find someone who can return punts. That needs to be figured out. They just clearly suck all year in punt return. It's been killing them in field position all year long. This looks like TCU against Georgia in the national championship game. We look like TCU. I think Georgia would have beat the Giants tonight in Philadelphia if they played. That's how unprepared they look in all facets of the game. And I know everyone, as an LSU fan, I guess you want Joe. Yeah, you know what? One of the good chat members, Steve McCreary, who was popped in earlier, big Bengals fan. I'll get back on their bandwagon. Now my only hope is that the 49ers come out of the NFC. If the 49ers come out of the NFC, I won't have beef with the outcome. I can't have Dallas or Philly winning. I mean, I guess Philly's done it recently, so whatever. But then they'll have two in my lifetime, same amount as the Giants, so that won't be good. At least we have 4 hours to come to terms with the loss. I'm of the ilk. Listen, trust me, I know you want to show up in a playoff game, but sometimes there's something a little bit easier to handle when you're just getting bodied. Because you just see it. You're able to see it over the course of 4 quarters and just be like, listen, there's not one thing to get mad at. There's a whole lot of problems that need to get fixed before you think you're able to do anything. And the blocking is just so bad tonight. He gives it to Barkley right up the middle, gets 5 or 6. They obviously need to go up tempo and get up. Saquon almost loses his trousers, which probably would have been the most exciting thing the Giants have done all day, is Saquon getting pantsed. 2nd and 5. Horrible games for Daniel Jones so far. The Eagles are just sending all types of smoke at him. The Giants can't pick it up. Hand off to Barkley again. He falls forward. It'll be 3rd and short. Just hurry up and run QB sneak. This is the Daniel Jones that a lot of people saw last year. And I love Daniel Jones, but when he's just getting pinned, the defense is pinning their ears back, and they know you need to throw it. He's in big trouble. They give it to Barkley again. Barkley off to the races. Saquon, is he going to hit his head on the goalpost? No, he's not. He's going to get wrapped up, but a huge, huge gain for Saquon on 3rd and 1. Easily the best play of the game for the Giants. Finally, something to be excited about. Saquon padding his stats, down 28. But they open up a gaping hole for Saquon. A little bit shocked he couldn't beat the safety to the house there. He lost a little bit of steam, but you know what? Huge gain. Obviously, you see the burst of Saquon in space. That's what we want to see as a Giants fan. Too bad it didn't happen about an hour and a half ago. Handoff this time to Matt Breida, who cuts it back, falls forward for about an 8 to 9 yard gain. So this is the furthest the offense has gotten to the Philadelphia end zone all game long. 2nd and 2. Running the football here. Philadelphia playing that shell coverage, it looks like. Saquon needing a little bit of a breather after that huge burst. Jones gets it out to Richie James. Richie James lowers his shoulder, gets a first. Got clothesline. The referees don't call it. How is that not a horse collar? First and 10. A little bit of a drive cooking here. Maybe we can make this 28-14 or like something like that. Just be a little bit feisty. That would be fun. Play clock dwindling. Jones going to use a timeout. Like, that's really bad, man. Kafka not getting the play in quick enough. You're never coming back. You're burning timeouts like that. You're never coming back if you're burning timeouts in that situation. Just can't happen. What's up, Volt? You're here to watch. If you're here to gloat, I'm gonna need you to take this elsewhere. Where this is a therapy session. Good for you, bro. Good for you. I am going to hop on FIFA so hard after this game and just take out my frustrations on some poor children playing FIFA against me. Can we score a touchdown? Do we have the capability of scoring a touchdown against the Philadelphia Eagles? 1st and 10. Nose getting itchy. Allergy season, I guess. Or allergies just in general, always. Jones hands it to Barkley. Barkley gets folded up like a pretzel. Are they going to throw a flag? Are they going to throw a flag? 2nd and 7. You don't think that's unnecessary roughness? Barkley's getting absolutely spine-bustered after the play. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up on the video. You see your boy suffering through it. 2nd and 7. Giants just eating too much clock here for my liking. Jones connects to Richie James for 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and short. Obviously, it's 4-down territory whole game here for me. Third and 1. I feel like they're going to get stopped here. Jones bootleg. He's going to keep it. Gets to the edge and just gets enough for the 1st down. Just has the wheels to get to the edge. Interesting play design there. Hodgins holds his block just long enough. Number 94 limping for Philadelphia. This drive is materializing okay, but it's just taking too long. You're down 4 scores and 7 years ago. Jones steps up. Connects to Richie James for a 1st down. Little bit of improv from Daniel Jones. Keeps the play alive. Connects to Richie James for a 1st. 1st and goal for the Giants. The first time they've even sniffed the Eagles' end zone. They motion Jones out. They run Wildcat with Barkley. They hand it off to Matt Breida, who keeps the foot. What a play design. And there we go. Matt Breida gets into the end zone for the 1st score for the New York Giants. Hell of an interesting play. They motion Jones out to the wide receiver position. Then they had the Wildcat. Barkley runs read option. He gives it to Matt Breida. The defense completely fooled. They thought Barkley was going to keep it. He gives it to Breida. Touchdown, G-Men. So that's what we have to do to score. So be it. A Wildcat touchdown for the Giants. Graham Gano adds the extra point, so we will not be shut out today, ladies and gentlemen. We will not be shut out today. 28-7 is your score. All right, so The Eagles really just came out on that last drive, very vanilla the first two plays. Didn't really run anything special. Didn't come out excited. And they kind of handed a 3-and-out. Devontae Smith just dropped the ball at the sticks there, which was weird. But 28-7 looks a lot better than 28-0. I don't know about you guys, Giant fans, but 28-7 looks like a close game all of a sudden. Looks like we're back. Obviously, I'm joking. Like this is a wrap. This is Christmas wrapped over. Esteban, I know you're the most optimistic Giants fan of all time, and you're just not going to give up until the score ends, but this is a wrap, bro. Even that 3-and-out, you have to think of it this way. The 3-and-out that we just got from the Eagles, the stop we just got, had nothing to do with what the Giants did. Devontae Smith got the ball hit him right in the hands. Devontae Smith, the ball hit him right in the hands on 3rd and 12. He was beyond the sticks by a yard. Would have been a first down, and he dropped it. So it's like, yeah, we got to move faster. I get it. But it's like, honestly, we don't. They're playing to eat they just want to score and any way necessary right now and make this less of a blowout. Because they can't get stops. Their best defense against good offenses all year has been long, sustained drives. Well, guess what? Philadelphia's pass rush, Philadelphia's defensive line, and James Bradbury and all these guys making plays has been the reason why we haven't been able to have these long, sustained drives. That was the first one of the game. We had to run Wildcat to get it into the end zone. It was actually a hell of a decision from Saquon because he was about to get snuffed. But he gives it to Breida, and Breida has plenty of yard. I mean, that drive was all Saquon Barkley, more or less. A couple of completions to Richie James, but really just Saquon saying, I'm still Saquon Barkley. I'm not going out like a chump. Saquon now averaging 6.8 yards a carry. He did have that big run. Richie James has pretty much been the only receiver that's shown up for the Giants. He has 5 catches for 37 yards. So everybody that loves Isaiah Hodgins, guy has been non-existent tonight. You want to blame Jones. You want to blame the O-line. You want to say all of the above. I'm fine with all of it. Nobody has performed well, and that's just a fact. The only, like a pick six or a fumble recovery is the only thing that really wakens the game up, right? If Philadelphia turns it over, that's kind of when I'd be like, whoa. It would have to happen soon, though. It's not going to happen. They're playing such clean football on offense. Giants have no sacks. I don't even know if Jalen Hurts has been thrown to the ground yet. Every time he touches the ground, it's because he's sliding for the most part. It's not because the Giants are hitting him or touching him. 1st and 10. Hurts drops back to pass. Wide open, Dallas Goedert. Wide open. Wide open, dude. Who is guarding Goddard? It's Julian Love, man. Now, they're playing zone coverage. They just have 2 guys in the same depth. Hurts throws a lollipop wide open. $58 yards receiving. The hexagon hits for Dallas Goedert. My nose is so itchy right now. Must be I smell another Eagles touchdown probably. Handoff to Boston Scott, who gets 8 or 9. Just getting abused, man. Whenever Philly wants to, doing whatever they want. Second and 1. I'll bet my life savings that Philadelphia converts this. Boston Scott gets a first down. My life savings just doubled. Yeah, Larry, I hear you. I mean, I'm not firing the OC and DC tomorrow because if you were a Giant fan, I understand you're a Niners fan. Listen, I'm rooting for your Niners now against the NFC East. No doubt about it. Go Niners the rest of the way as the Giants whimper out tonight. But you can't fire the coaching staff based on this one game. Obviously, I would have liked to seen them be more prepared. But this is a combination of players, coaching, just being overmatched in the moment. Fumble! Who's got it? Hurts gets sacked. We'll see who recovered. I think Hurts fell on it. Philadelphia lucky there. Xavier McKinney off the edge. Gets around number 89, Calcaterra. That ball is out. I think Philadelphia's got it, though. They do. 2nd and 16. Very lucky. That would have been huge. Not saying we would have a shot, but if we are going to have a shot, it would have to be something like that for that to happen. They throw the screen to Devontae Smith. Makes the catch, but he's swarmed behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 16 coming up. Giants starting to send pressure Jalen Hurts' way. Might be too little too late in that department. 3rd and 17. 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Hey, listen, Giants are winning the quarter, right? Spin zone. They're up 7-0 this quarter. 3rd and 17. This is the type of play where if Jalen Hurts converts it, we start to look at Shark Tank. Gets it to Devontae Smith, who's knocked out of bounds, shy of the first down marker. 4th down and about 6 to go. They hit Devontae Smith on the crossing route, but the Giants swarm to the football. It'll be 4th and 8. Larry, I hear you. This is a rookie. This is the first year we've had this whole coaching staff. The offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator were both interviewing for head coaching jobs this week, so maybe that distracted them, which is unacceptable. Totally agree. Philadelphia is running a fake punt right now. They got their safety in a quarterback position. They're not actually going to snap it here. They're just going to try to pin the Giants deep. But yeah, Larry, this is a rookie coaching staff. The Giants do not have a lot of talent. If you were ranking all the teams left in the playoffs, you'd probably say the Giants have the least talent all over the field. So I don't want to completely just say like the coaches suck, get them out. But yeah, I'm very disappointed with how they started the game. I don't think they're better than. I don't think the Giants are at any stretch better than Philadelphia. But I do think they should be at least competing for 4 quarters with them, not getting blown off their doors blown off to start the game in a playoff game. So the coaches are definitely to blame for that. There's a lot of game left technically. If they drive here, it's a 2-score game, whatever. But yeah, I'm not firing anybody off of 30 minutes. But there's a lot of players that need to get improved on. There's a lot of key areas, a lot on the field that need to get improved on. Interior offensive line. I would really love to get a really good interior offensive lineman, and we really need a linebacker that can cover. We really need a linebacker that can cover. If you're just joining us for a second from wherever you're popping in, hit subscribe for me. It only takes a second. I appreciate it. We've done every Giants game this year. Try to call it as fair as we can, but we're a Giants fan at the end of the day. The passion comes out. Sorry for the nose itchiness, too. Bad allergies. But, hey, we're winning the quarter. We got 2 stops in a row, which seems like a huge moral victory. If they drive the length of the field here or have a big play, then maybe you could talk me into some type of miracle on Lincoln Street or wherever the hell they put all the damn stadiums in Philadelphia. Whenever you want to argue that, Philadelphia will act like, oh, it's great. All the stadiums are right next to each other. The Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles all play right next to each other. That sounds horrible for city construction. Like, imagine the traffic the wrong time of year. Now I'm going to just start saying bad things about the city of Philadelphia. Yeah, we need some receivers in the worst way. I'm not saying that Daniel Jones hasn't been part of the problem tonight. This is one of the first times in a while where he just looks a little bit nervous. With good reason. He's getting a lot of pressure. Guys aren't getting open, all the above. But he underthrew Slayton, it looked like, on a deep ball, even though that looked like pass interference. We need a receiver. We need linebackers who can cover tight ends. Like our practice squad linebackers and our practice squad receivers, the fact that we're in the NFC Divisional round was why everyone was getting so excited in the first place, because it just wasn't expected at all. Nobody would have called it. But at this point, it's 28-7. Game's not over. But it is. It's very hard for me to just act like you got to believe after what the Giants put forth in the first half. I'll need to see a lot more than just a wildcat touchdown in the third quarter. There's a minute 19 remaining. Jones in the shotgun at his own 6.5. Jones keeps it, gets to the edge, stiff-armed, out of bounds. Darius Slay escorts him out of bounds. Clock continues to run. It's only the third quarter. Minute remaining. Giants got to move, man. Jones got to move. They had more yards on that last drive than they did the entire first half. Or their first 6 drives. So that's all you need to know. 1 drive out of 7 looking competent is not enough for me to get excited. Jones connects this time to Darius Slayton, who's hit immediately by Darius Slay. Darius Slay versus Darius Slayton. And it's 3rd and 1. Like, we need speed on the outside, but we also need some strength on the outside. Somebody who could just body a cornerback. Our receivers, as soon as they get tackled, as soon as they get hit, they go down. They never are able to break a tackle, our receivers. Jones, QB sneak, just falls forward, becomes a crash test dummy. His neck's probably broken in 6 places. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Yeah, Daniel Jones burner. That's the plan. I'll be back next season. I'll be trying to do off-season content. Listen, I have a full-time job, so I'd love to give you guys as much content as I possibly can. But sometimes you just get busy, you get tired, life happens. This is a passion for me, not necessarily, my entire life, but I try to do it as much as I can. I will be doing some Knicks content, so if you're a New York sports fan, I'll be doing some Knicks content when the Mets start up. I'll be doing some Mets videos, stuff like that. Those are my 3 favorite teams. But yeah, I'll try to do some Giants offseason. Maybe we'll do something for the NFL draft. So we'll try to stay in tune with the G-men the whole offseason. I'm not going to just start being like, oh, I'm done with them now. Oh, I'm over it. No, I'll be back. We'll be back. We'll think about this long and hard. And next year, we'll try to get better. And we'll talk about the offseason moves. Larry Edwards, I hear you, but, I genuinely think the Giants' game plan for this whole second half was just win the half. We're not going to win the game, just win the half. If you win the half, at least maybe we don't look like we're complete embarrassments, which is really the game plan right now. Just don't let the end final score look like a complete embarrassment. But everybody with a brain will know it's garbage time. That's why the first half is so frustrating to me, because if you're a Giant fan, you watched every game this whole season like I have, their whole MO has been they've been able to keep most games close. And the only team that's really a couple of times just gotten loose on them has been Philadelphia now. They just get loose. They have a lot of weapons, a lot of guys with speed, strength that can catch the football, run with it, break tackles. Got to give them credit on their roster construction, man. They have a good roster, top to bottom. But I will be pulling for San Francisco tomorrow and next week if they win tomorrow. If Dallas plays Philadelphia, I will not be watching football I guess I'll watch the Super Bowl in hopes that whoever comes out of the AFC will win, but that's going to be a tough pill to swallow. The NFC East is stacked. The Cowboys and the Cowboys and Philadelphia are two of the most loaded rosters by far in the league. Giants have Saquon, the only explosive play of the game. Eagles fans are probably drunk as hell right now, excited. Yeah, Larry. Don't lose to Dallas tomorrow, Larry. If you lose to Dallas tomorrow, then me and you are in the same boat, and you should have much higher expectations. So I expect the Niners to get something done tomorrow. 1st and 10, Giants on their own 19. Jones, shotgun, steps up, dumps it off to Barkley. Barkley, truck stick, makes a man miss, holds onto the football, he won't go down. Saquon is a man possessed. Saquon trucked somebody. All right, Saquon. Who did Saquon get here? Oh, Gardner Johnson got put on his ass. Somebody else, TJ Edwards went flying, I think that was. And then eventually they swarmed to the ball, but Saquon just absolute beast. They get it to Richie James in the flats, who gets 9 yards. Got to go quick. Saquon can't come off the field. Is he hurt now? Yeah, of course. His knee's hurting. He's probably out for the game. That's why we can't let Saquon go full Saquon, because he gets hurt. Jones, trying to buy time. Nowhere to go, just runs out of bounds. He's got to throw that away, man. Throw that away. Yeah, that's a play that at least will look back and be like, hey, Saquon's good. Wish I would have saw that in the first quarter, but Jones has to throw that ball away. Listen, I'm a Jones guy, but he's got to throw that away instead of running out of bounds. He ran out of bounds for a 3-yard loss or 5-yard loss. Then he just throws an incompletion. Darius Slayton was open. Jones does not look good, man. Fourth and 6, they got to go for it. They won't be. They're going to punt. Oh, my God. Barkley's a free agent, but the Giants can franchise tag him, Larry. So if they really want to keep him, it's really their decision if they want to keep him. They can always franchise tag him for that extra year. Punts in the air because the Giants want to punt it down 3 touchdowns in a playoff game. Goes out of bounds inside the 20. So decent punt. Philly will have it at their own 18. Just Daniel Jones played horrible tonight. No doubt about it. Wish I could sit here and make excuses and make arguments for other players being the reason. He's definitely not been a reason the Giants have, he's definitely not a reason for positivity tonight. As much positivity as we took from last week, I'm not going to say we saw an equal amount of negativity tonight, but he just looks so shook. He's missing throws that we've seen him make all year long. Yeah, I don't get it. I can't understand punting it there. I can't make sense of it. It goes with, I mean, I can. It goes with exactly what I just said. They're playing for the final score. They're playing for damage control. They're not playing for let's try to win or let's try to mount a crazy comeback. Which I get it. They probably were never going to come back, but it's just really hard how often we watch on offense our team just give up. Last year we saw it often. This year they haven't done it so often, but Fox going to commercials is criminal here. Jones running out of bounds on that play is so bad, man. Going back on it, like we had second and one. Well, no, second and one. He's just looking for someone to throw to. Nobody gets open, and he just runs out of bounds instead of throwing it. He's been rattled from Jump Street today. Not going to lie. Miles Sanders right up the middle, spinning for a first. Yeah, at least I guess that's a plus for me. I haven't really heard the Burger King song that much this year because I've been watching the game on silent. 1st and 10, 12:40 remaining, fourth quarter. I haven't changed the quarter marker in hours, but doesn't matter. Handoff to Miles Sanders, right up the middle, gets 5 yards. It's going to be tough. Tough pill to swallow. You got the game ended in the first half, essentially. Boston Scott breaks contain. Not sure if he got a first. Got pretty close. 3rd down and short. They're running it all over us. 3rd and 2. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter if you're just popping in for a second. If you're just finding me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter. It's in the description below. That's where I get all my immediate Giants, Knicks, Mets, general sports takes out there. I'm trying to produce more videos as well. Hurts keeps it, puts his foot in the ground, gets a first. Thibodeau got duped. Let's go, Larry. Go Niners tomorrow. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Stay tuned for Knicks and Mets stuff. That's awesome that you're a fan of those teams at least. So you'll be able to stick around and get something out of that. But shout out to you. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your weekend. Go Niners tomorrow for sure. 1st and 10, 28-7. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles just running it down the Giants' necks. Jalen Smith is going to have like 20 tackles tonight. Too bad all of the tackles are like 5 to 6 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. At least I'm going to put on a nice movie. Here's what you do tonight, Giants fans. Giants fans, after this game, first of all, they're going really quick. It's been like 2 hours and 15 minutes. The Eagles are going to eat up like 20 minutes of clock here. Game's going to be over before you know it. But anyway, you put on a nice movie you haven't seen yet. It's Saturday night. You want to watch something you haven't seen yet. You want to really sink your teeth into it. Does anybody have any good movie recommendations streaming right now? That's my question. I got the side TV. I might play a little FIFA, but I might put a solid movie on, get a little snack action. Another fun fact, because your boy has been streaming all year, and because I don't think it is good content to eat on camera, I haven't had a shred of food during a Giants game this year. A shred, a bite. Maybe at halftime a couple of times I took a bite or two of food, but it's not like I'm sitting down eating full meals during the Giant games. You know, you get the drift. 3rd and 3. Handoff to Kenneth Gainwell. Huge hole. Like, the run defense is horrible. Horrible. They're double teaming Dexter Lawrence. Jalen Smith sucks. Studio Ghibli. The hell was that? Japanese? Sorry. I'm sure it's good, but that would just be a huge endeavor for me this evening to be reading subtitles. True, you're right. Daniel Jones burner. I'll put some of my takes. I'm gonna try. Trust me. Giant season's over. I'm gonna be more creative and more active on putting out content. Now that the streams are pretty much gonna be over, I'm gonna do one Knicks game, one Mets game a week. Hopefully, probably do a stream of the week type of situation. And I'm definitely gonna try to come out with more content. I don't like just making videos for the sake of making video. I don't like just doing constant reactions, recaps, all this stuff, because I think there's a lot of people doing that. It gets really boring and you start to say redundant things that everyone else can say. I really like to get behind the camera and record when I got something that's, I think, a fresh take or something that really gets in my craw. Nah. Christian, enjoy your Eagles win. Your movie recs tonight are off for me. You got to know your audience. As a DJ, you got to know your audience. The Eagles are taking the piss. They try to throw a bomb to A.J. Brown. Is he hurt now? If he just tore something, if he's hurt, that's on the Eagles. They shouldn't be doing this. They try to take the piss out of the Giants. They throw a bomb. A.J. Brown had a step, but he overthrew A.J. Brown by 2 yards. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit thumbs up. And do me another personal favor, guys. You got a Mets fan in your life. You got a Knicks fan in your life. You got just a general sports fan in your life. Send them the link to the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel this year. My Daniel Jones video is my favorite video I've done so far. And I'm trying to do more stuff like that, in addition to these live streams, which are just fun little hangouts. Kenneth Gainwell is just bitching the Giants right now. First down. The linebackers are so bad. Julian Love is the best tackler on the team. He can't make a tackle. Gainwell's getting all the carries now. He gets another first down. Eagles threatening again now. Gainwell is the back. It's just about who they want. It's just about who they want to try to get a touchdown here. I'm sure it'll be Kenneth Gainwell. Oh no, they throw it into the flats. Devontae Smith. Xavier McKinney knocks him out of bounds. Flag on the play. Ineligible man downfield. Hey, the referees exist. The referees exist, and they're capable of making a call. First and 15. All that does is delay the inevitable. Hurts in the shotgun. First and 15. Gainwell's the back again. Hurts gives it to him. Dexter Lawrence wraps him up. A 3 or 4 yard gain. Well, from Gainwell. Giants using a timeout. Wait, how is that their first timeout? I'm pretty sure Daniel Jones used one in the third quarter. If you want to point to one thing, one reason the Giants didn't win tonight, it's because they can't stop the run. $224 yards on the ground. Sorry for the lack of talking here. Be quiet, Volp. There was a pass interference not called. There was tons of holds not called. But the Eagles are the better team. But there's plenty of flags. Oh, the refs gave it back. I mean, my bad. They moved the ball when the clock started. Okay. Whatever. Not going to make a difference. Delaying the inevitable here. Just score. The hex. So if you did the hex, you made some money right now because Boston Scott scored a touchdown. Dallas Goedert hit the over. I think the only thing they don't have is Jake Elliott, who only has like 4 extra points. So 2 out of 3 is profit if you did the hex and you believed that the Eagles were just going to get it done. I hear you. My bad about that, Volt. Your message comes in waves. So I was just saying, like, thought you meant the flag right before the end. That ineligible man downfield or whatever. What? Why are we in a is there an injury or something? I'm trying to watch a movie. I'm sorry, people. This game ended so like much longer ago. This game ended hours ago. And the real Giant fans who want to be delusional and act like we had a chance at some point, second half, blah blah. You have to use your eyes. At a certain point, you have to use your eyes. The other team's just better. Shout out to all the Giant fans who made their way to Philadelphia tonight. Tough. It's going to be a tough way home. It's going to be a tough ride out of the stadium for them. Hand off to Kenneth Gainwell, who's wrapped up short of the goal line. Well short of the goal line. Be 3rd and 10. Third and 9. 7.5-minute drive since Dayball punted. Third and 9. It's not like Hurts is really thrown for 700 yards tonight. He just got all day to do whatever he wants. Flushed out right. Almost picked off by Julian Love. Knocked out of bounds. Incomplete. 4th and 9. Eagles will kick. Jake Elliott on to get his 7th point. So if Jake Elliott gets another kick opportunity in this game after this, after he adds this 30-yarder, kick is up and it is good. 31-7. Giants still win in the second half though. The haters will forget that the Giants played better than the Eagles in the second half. Spin zone. All I can say is I would hate to be playing me in FIFA after this. I mean, we had no chance at all this whole week. I've been pretty silent about this game. I thought about doing a preview. I just didn't want to bring negativity onto the timeline or onto your guys' YouTube channels. Especially if you're a Giant fan, like you shouldn't be going into a playoff game saying we're gonna get blown out. So I didn't want to put that into the universe. But I had a feeling tonight may not go the way we wanted it to go. Outside of Saquon for like one drive, nobody has done anything positive tonight. They pretty much said we're gonna double team Dexter Lawrence. We're gonna hold the hell out of Kayvon Thibodeau, and Azeez Ojulari isn't good. I'm just gonna say it. He's bad in the run game, and he doesn't impact the pass game enough. So I don't think Azeez Ojulari is all that in a bag of chips. Giant fans who make him out to be great or hope him to be great. He hasn't been a good Giant so far. He hasn't. He had a couple of strip sacks early in the year, then got hurt. He's been anonymous for like 10 to 12 weeks. So he's on my watch list. I still think we can get better on that edge than Azeez Ojulari. Like, it's still a position that I'm looking to upgrade. Oh, my dogs. You hear those dogs? That's funny. No, there's like a dog. One of my neighbors has like a dog in the courtyard or like it left in their apartment, and they're across the courtyard from me, and the dog just doesn't stop barking. It's sad that they just leave their dog alone all the time. But yeah, sorry about that barking. Nothing I can do about that, really. Giants winning the second half 7-3. Should I adjust the score to just only show the second half score? Would that be fun? Would that be something you guys would be liking to see? 7-3 second half. Haters will forget. I was so confused, Daniel Jones's burner, because I was like, what are you talking about, dogs? I didn't think you guys could hear that, but yeah, the dog just doesn't stop barking, unfortunately. 5:11 remaining, fourth quarter. $5:11 remaining. 1st and 10 for Jones. Incomplete, looking for Daniel Bellinger. Just a horrible performance from Jones today. I'm sorry. I love Daniel Jones. I made the video on him. I still believe in him going forward for next year. But he better figure out a game plan and figure out how to deal with Philadelphia and Dallas. The Giants' entire offseason should be based around this game. How can we get better and add players to be better than Philadelphia? He's wide open. He misses Richie James wide open. He's wide open there. Jones overthrows him by a stride, probably, but it still hit him in the heads. Good receiver makes the catch. It's just been that night. They're showing LPG. 3rd and 10. Just that type of night. Can't make anything happen. Jones gets annihilated from behind, and Glowinski falls on the football. Josh Sweat just destroyed Daniel Jones from behind. I mean, Jones, he's got to just take it and run. I mean, that was a wide open pass dropped, but wow, 4th and 16, the Giants convert. So, at least they won't go out feebly on their sword. Horrible performance from Daniel Jones. Listen, Esteban, I know he dropped that. It wasn't a great throw. When the guy's wide open like that, he shouldn't be stretching for it. It's still a drop, but and ideally he hits him so he can keep running there. He missed him. He was not accurate on that throw. Jones pump faking, indecisive. Brandon Graham gets a sack now. Jones completes it to Daniel Bellinger. He can't make one man miss. Nobody makes it. I guarantee you, even Jones has played terrible tonight. I'll be the first to say it. He's been bad tonight. I didn't expect him to be good tonight. He never plays well against Philadelphia. It's just a fact. Richie James, incomplete. Every time they target this guy, it's incomplete. Fourth and 8. This will be the last play of the season. There it is. Almost picked. Incomplete. These receivers stink. Yeah. I don't blame you. I think I'm going to start wrapping up right now myself. I think I'm going to start calling it quits. I'm going to start winding down. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of what happened tonight. Ready? I'm sorry, but the Giants didn't show up tonight. Daniel Jones sucked tonight. He did. He sucked tonight to the point where I don't want to think about football for a couple of weeks now. I probably will watch a little bit tomorrow, but I'm not going to go crazy. They got bodied from the opening kickoff tonight. They need to get better on the interior offensive line. They need to get better at the linebacker position. They need to get better at the receiver position. They need at least 2 to 3 wide receivers this offseason. 2 to 3. Hodgins, nowhere to be found tonight. Completely blanketed. completely blanketed, nowhere to be found. Philly flying all over the place. They look like a great team. I hate to say it, but they look like a great team. There's nothing else to be said after this. Philadelphia destroyed the New York Football Giants. It has been one hell of a season on Mikey Hot Takes. Go back. I encourage you to go back and watch all the encouraging, positive moments we had this year, the excitement that the channel has brought, all the streams, all the good stuff, all the good times, all the bad times. Go back and watch them if you're a diehard Giants fan, if you want to see more of this type of content, the Giants streams and all that type of stuff. Because to be honest with you, this has been the most boring stream of the year, and that's a real shame. It's not my fault, in my opinion. It's the Giants' fault. They just gave me nothing tonight. Gave you nothing if you're a Giants fan. And it is what it is. So I'm going to end the stream there at the 2-minute warning. Giants aren't coming back. Eagles dominated. I hope the Niners win the NFC. But what are you going to do? The Eagles look good. The Cowboys look good. The Niners look good. The Giants were not in the same class as those three teams. Daniel Jones, I don't know. Is this something we worry about? I don't think I'm going to worry about it moving forward. But it goes to show we still have a lot of improvements to make. Thank you, Volpe. Appreciate you joining the streams all year. Stay tuned for Nick's streams. I'm going to be doing one Nick stream a week minimum until the Mets season starts. I'm also going to try to bring you guys one video a week minimum. But I also don't like to force it. Like I said, got a job, got my own life. This is a passion. So I don't want to just force out videos like some people do for clicks. I want when I record, I want it to be special, or at least feel special, and that I have something to say. So that will be it for a great season. I'm still encouraged by the way the Giants performed this year. Tonight was very sobering. We're still very far away from a great team, and that's very apparent. Dayball, great season. You love what he did with the team this year. Kafka, Wink Martindale worked magic with very little. Kenneth Gainwell is going all the way to the house here, isn't he? Yep, he is. So let me add the score here. I should have ended the stream earlier. I kept rambling, and they got another touchdown. 38-7. All-time ass beating. Nothing to be excited about. Giants quit. Now they can't even say they won the second half. That's it for me. Great season. Love all you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you like the video. Sorry, my brain is just dead. I can't believe what I watched here tonight. Just, you wait all day for this type of game, and for your team not even to show up. Very, very sobering. But we'll see what happens in the NFC playoffs. Stay tuned for all that content I mentioned. And until next time, peace.